let's talk about Colorado Proposition 123, which is about dedicating revenue for affordable housing. It's going to dedicate about 0.1% of the state's total income tax revenue to affordable housing programs. Sasha, what are these affordable housing programs?
There's a bunch bundled in. Isaac, give us a table. Land banking. This program's gonna give county governments money to buy land and use it for affordable housing.
There's also an affordable housing equity program. It will invest in new and existing low and middle income multifamily rental units. If the renters live in the units for at least a year, they'll be able to earn equity on the project.
Concessionary debt.
Do.
Finances multifamily rental units and modular and factory-built housing.
Affordable home ownership. Offers down payment assistance to first-time home buyers. Makes grants and loans to nonprofits that support community home ownership.
Homelessness.
Why do you sound excited about homelessness?
Homelessness. Rental assistance, housing vouchers, eviction defense for people experiencing or at risk of homelessness.
And local government capacity building.
Whoa. All right, so
let's calm down.
This program, this thing funds a lot of stuff.
A lot of different affordable housing programs. Sasha, how is this thing funded?
It takes a piece of state income tax revenues and it diverts them to these programs.
Yeah, like 0.1% of the state income tax revenue goes to these programs. So does that mean if I vote yes on this, I'm voting for higher taxes?
Sort of, because it takes this out of the Tabor constraint.
That's right. So in the coming years, we're basically expected to refund taxes to the Colorado taxpayers because the government's going to collect more money than it's allowed to spend.
So this will take away a big chunk of the refund.
Yeah, that's right. The money that was going to come back to you as the taxpayers is actually instead going to go into this affordable housing funding.
Yeah. Do we like these programs?
I think they sound pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds all interesting. All of these programs sound interesting. They feel like good things. Is this stuff going to work?
Well, don't we have to try something? I mean, I think we should explain that affordable housing is an issue in Colorado.
Does anybody need this to be explained?
Okay, let me tell you a little bit though. In the last decade, the amount of new housing inventory that's been built in Colorado is at the lowest amount since like 1960. And at the same time, over the last 20 years, state population has grown by like 15%. So there's lots of people who need homes, but not enough new homes being built. And this measure is gonna try to address that.
Does it though? It doesn't really. It kind of skirts around the problem. It says, we're gonna sprinkle some money over onto these counties to buy some land. We're gonna sprinkle some money over here because this county doesn't have a good planning and zoning department. It sounds like it's got great programs. I just don't think it's gonna make a difference on affordability.
Okay, but you have Mike Johnston, a prominent Democrat in Colorado, out there saying this thing is going to create 10,000 new affordable housing units every year. That sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Sounds amazing, but at what cost? All the other housing supply just gets more expensive.
I hear that, and I don't think this is a perfect measure. I think that there are some ideas in here worth trying, but it's hard to say what the right idea is anyway. But there are some things that you and I both agree are totally messed up about the way that housing is built in Colorado today.
I don't think our opinions matter as much as home builders. And if you ask the home builders what the problems are, they're pretty explicit about it. The zoning and permitting process has become a total quagmire. People in Louisville and Superior had their homes burned down, and these people are struggling to get permits just to rebuild the homes on the properties that they have. So just imagine trying to build a new development. Try to imagine building 1,000 units when a single person can't build a home for themselves.
So Sasha, what would make a difference then?
There's a lot of things that can make a difference. Apprenticeship programs that help get more workers into the trades, because even if you wanted to build more housing, you can't hire enough tradesmen right now. Programs that bring more construction supplies here. For example, we have concrete prices that have skyrocketed because it's so difficult to build a concrete batch plant in Colorado these days.
So basically, you're saying we have to really support the people building the homes if we want there to be more homes.
We gotta support that whole ecosystem in order to get more homes. But creating more demand with cheap debt and other types of programs, sure, it'll work around the edges. These aren't bad programs necessarily. They just risk making housing more expensive for everyone else.
That was well said. I think we're ready to vote on this one.
I'm a no.
Sasha's a no. I think I'm a yes because I want to try something and see how it works out. Thanks for tuning in. This was a tough issue, but I'm glad that you got to hear some perspectives on it. There's another housing issue on your ballot this year. Do you remember what it is?
Nope.
Gold Star Family Homestead. Very different. Check that one out on our channel. Bye.